Hello, Hornet readers. Miss Harrison here. This is another Bluebonnet book for the 2021 list. Nightbooks by J.A. White. Okay, so I am usually not a scary story person. I have a very overactive imagination, and when I read scary stories, I then scare myself horribly, especially when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. So I tend to sort of like shy away from scary stories, but I loved this book and it is a creepy, scary story. So if you like scary stories, this is your book, okay? So our main character writes these really scary, creepy stories in a journal. That's what he likes to do, right? And he has done it for a long time, but has decided that maybe that's kind of a kid thing to do. And since he's getting older, he really shouldn't be doing that anymore. So he sneaks out of his apartment. He lives in an apartment building with his family late at night, and he's going to take all of his scary story journals down to the basement, and he's going to burn them in the furnace. They have a big furnace that heats the whole apartment building, and he's just not going to do that anymore. He decided that that's not, he's too old for that. But when he tries to get off the elevator to go down to the basement, he ends up on this floor of the apartment building that he's never been on before, and he is drawn, physically drawn to this apartment. And the door opens and there's a woman there, and he just goes in. He can't help himself. It's like he's not in control of his body. And she shuts the door, and what we find out is that she is a witch, and she has now kidnapped him and locked him in this apartment. There's another kid who's locked in there with him as well. And at first she doesn't really want to have anything to do with him because it's kind of like just trying to survive, right? And what the witch wants him to do is to tell her creepy stories. So he starts sort of quickly going through his back catalog of all these stories that he's written, and that's the only way that he will survive. Because if he keeps telling her stories, she will keep him alive. But the minute that he stops telling her a story, things are not going to go so well. And so he has to figure out how can he keep telling her stories, so he has to keep coming up with these stories. And then also, can he escape from this crazy apartment prison? Oh, it's so good. Nightbooks, you've got to get it.